the Cognivision, we know Cognivision mainly in the US. I think True Media, Quivity, there's a couple of others in Europe that we probably know a little bit more. What do you think do you have a say on audience measurement stuff? The True Medias, the Quivities, the Cognivision, they're called Intel something now. They're not called Cognivision anymore, are they?
They're called Intel.
They're called Intel. They've been subsumed.
Yeah, of course, there have been a lot of solutions out there in the market. Unfortunately, the network owners haven't really installed and applied to them. I think because they fear the additional investment into new equipment. I mean, they had to invest a lot into their networks, and now they have to reinvest into such kind of audience measurement tools. But the thing is,
are they useful?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk to agency people, and they will tell you, if we get the correct audience from the network owners, we are ready to pay a much higher CPM. So that means the campaign will be much more valuable to them than they are now. So it is a kind of, you have to balance that, whether you want to really do that investment and have at the end a higher CPM. Definitely in the future we will see that, because I guess the hardware manufacturers and obviously the screen manufacturers might include such kind of solutions into their screen in the future. Okay. So that is easier then.
I agree. I think definitely the cost prohibitive nature of including a system like the former Cognivision or True Media. But I think there's a ton of value in using them as a proof point mechanism. So if you're willing to put a certain cross-section of your locations with that technology for a defined period of time to prove the audience, and then it's not there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's where we're actually seeing some of our network operators most interested in looking at it. So they don't make a long-term investment, but they make a short-term investment to prove their network audience to then garner the dollars and the CPM increases that the agencies are willing to pay.
Adrian, can I say a couple of things about this? Let me explain why we acquired the technology. We think that the analytics is an essential piece for the growth of this industry. If you look at the advertising dollars today worldwide, most of them go to the traditional vehicles of advertising, right? To radio, print, and television. Only a very small portion goes into digital signage. And we're not going to get a much bigger portion unless we make it transparent and we make it measurable, right? The issue that we have is that some of the solutions in the marketplace were being developed by very small companies that didn't have channels, and they were pricing the solution sometimes 5x what the CMS cost, what the software to deliver the content was. So now you're paying 5x for a plugin of the software that you need end-to-end. That just makes no sense. There's no way you can drive the attach rate. We wanted the industry to solve it. The industry wasn't solving it, so we said, okay, we're going to go solve it for the industry. So we acquired the technology, and we're going to price it at a price that is much more affordable to drive the attach rate. Now, we think it's absolutely critical, because if you're a brand and you go to a media company, you say, I want to do a media buy. If you do a media buy, you want to know who actually saw your campaign. You want to get the demographics, and then our vision is that eventually we want to also tie it to the POS. So not only can you get metrics on the advertising, but you can, and demographics on who's looking and buying your product, but then you can also get sales lift information. I spend this much money, this is who looked at the advertising, this is who bought, and this is how much my sales increase. And that becomes very transparent, right?